Welcome to The Hero Maker. In this series, we follow Richard's appearances on other shows as he talks about how to grow, play, think, and live like a hero. Join him as he discusses thoughts, principles, and life lessons, all essential for anyone building their heroic brand. All that and more, only on The Hero Maker.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Richard, you are one smart guy because you built yourself and you educated yourself and had people pay you to do it. You know,
I did.
That is what's so cool about what you did. You know what the funny thing is too? It sounds like you went in and you basically told them that too. You know, like I'm going to hear, I have value, right? I have this skill set that you need and you're going to pay me this to do it. But I'm not going to stick around because I just want to learn more about what I'm doing through you while you pay me, and then I'll help you grow your business doing it and leave you successful. I'm not going to leave you in a pile of shit over here. I'm going to leave you successful and leave you with that skill set that I can teach you, and then I'm going to move on. That's genius, man.
Yeah, and it's the way I approach a lot of things in life and business. Like even more recently in my business career, I always tell people one of the things that entrepreneurs struggle with a lot is something they call the imposter syndrome, right? Mm-hmm. And the imposter syndrome is this idea that that you don't believe in your own skill set, right? And I tell people that the imposter syndrome sort of comes down to two things, right? You either are an imposter, that means you don't have the skill set you say you do,
right? Or
you have imposter syndrome, which means you have the skill set you say you do and you don't believe it, right? Okay. So the solution for both of those is really simple, right? If you are an imposter and you don't have the skill set that you think you do, build the skill set, right? Mm-hmm. And if you're more commonly you're on the other side where you have a skill set and you feel like I don't know how to communicate this, and I don't think that I'm worthy of this, or that I don't actually believe in the skills that I have. What you're looking at is you have to go back and look at your actual like success that you've had, mm-hmm. and sort of take those things and push them forward into the people that you're talking to, right? So, as an example, like how you might use that practically, I had a client once who came to me and said, "Hey, I need help with this specific tracking thing. Like I have an issue with tracking in my business, and I know you have skill sets with some of this technology stuff. Maybe you can help us figure out tracking." Mm-hmm. And the tracking issue was essentially we have online ads that are running to a sales funnel, and they go through this certain point, and then it moves to an offline sales funnel where someone picks up the phone and talks to them, and we can't ever trace back, Sally Joe. We talked to Sally Joe on the phone. Which ad did Sally Joe see?
Sure.
That when the salesperson can actually, when they close the sale by typing in their credit card information, you've disconnected from any of the online tracking mechanisms at that point, right? So how can you follow the data through in your CRM? And there's a lot of technical wizardry that goes into understanding why that's really, really difficult to do and why a lot of companies struggle with it. But I had a client come and ask me, they're like, "I want to know if you can help me solve this problem," right? Now, if you don't have the skill set for something, right, where the imposter comes in is when you actually say, "Hey, you know what, I can do that for you," and you know that you can't, or you don't know if you can, right? Sure. One of those two things.
Yep.
And the way that I approached that situation was to say, "Hey, you know what, I don't know the solution to that problem, but I am willing to experiment and try and figure it out. But I'm not willing to do that kind of experimentation for free, right? I have other clients and who are willing to pay me for my skill set and my time and stuff like that. So if you want to work with me here and you want me to help you try and figure that out, here's what my retainer cost is," right? And it's an open-ended retainer, mm-hmm. and my estimation is that it's going to take us 2 to 3 months to try and figure something out in that space. But you have to know that what you're paying me to do is you're paying me to experiment, and we might end up with a failure situation, right? We might not be able to figure this problem out. And it's like if that's worth it to you, we can try it. If it's not worth it to you, then we won't. Right. And the benefit is, right, that at the other side, there's a good possibility we will be able to figure something out. But that's where I actually he said yes to that arrangement. And I spent about 2.5 months working on some stuff, and we actually invented some technology that allowed them to do what they needed to do. Nice. From a tracking standpoint. But it's approaching that the skill set, right, that you have, and being really, really honest about it. Right?
Sure.
Like, I know where I'm at, I know what I can do for you, and I know what I can't do for you, and I don't know if I can do that, but I'm willing to try. Right?
Yeah.
And so I got paid to learn in that space. I got paid to experiment, and then the technology that we built was mine. Right? So I could take it to all of my other clients.
If you want to hear the rest of this discussion, please check out the link to the full episode in the description below.